Hi everyone, what is going on? My name is Jamie Palmer and welcome to my first trading session back from a BD trip in France. Now, yeah, I've had a quick look on the charts and there's been some really good setups today. I've currently got 2 sales on USD Chef, okay, and I'll show you the quick reasoning around it. Now, if we actually just flick over to MT4, okay, you can see we had these nice kind of back-to-back signals on USD Chef. Okay, notice how the MACD and RSI has crossed over, okay, and we popped a beautiful signal. And if we had a stop loss of around, let's say, a 10 pip stop loss, this trade would have gone around 40 pips, so 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. And then again, vice versa, if we just mark up some a resistance or support area, do I say, around this level here, okay, it's not going to be perfect, okay. In fact, yeah, if I just mark it a bit closer so you can actually see, I'll show you the bigger picture of what I'm looking at. Okay, see how we came into this area here. If we look back at previous support, you can see how we've flicked off it before. Nice little rejection there, slight touch there, and then obviously we come back down to this level. Now what confirmed this beautiful setup just here was the MACD and RSI crossing over. My 3 confirmations, MACD and RSI, BD signal and support and resistance. So that again, if you've gone for, I'd probably say a stop loss below this wick here of around 15 pips, this trade sits at 100 pips. So again, around another 1-to-4 risk reward ratio. Now, the reason why I entered a sell here is if we actually flick over to Ctrader, okay, and I actually bring up my Ctrader charts, okay, you can see we popped a beautiful pullback signal on this currency page. So you can see here we've crossed over on the 2 BD lines, okay, and we've done almost, if I just draw on my charts, in fact I can draw it on here. In fact, I need to get a bit more used to drawing on Ctrader, but you can see almost, if I just bring it up here, okay, an almost perfect break and retest. Now what I find the difference between the 7.0 and Ctrader and MT4 is I find the signals are slightly more accurate on Ctrader. I just think overall it's a better platform. It's a lot more quicker and easier to manage than MT4, and especially when you're scalping, getting the entry is perfect. I mean, because as scalpers, we're going for small pips, you know, 5, 10, 15, even 20, 30 pip moves, okay, and getting in at the right time does make a difference, okay. And the other thing that I like about Ctrader is if I just bring it up here, okay, it actually tells me my trade size as well, how much I'm risking per trade. So if I just set a take profit, look, for instance, if I set a stop loss of 15 pips, it tells me how much I am going to lose with a 15 pip stop loss. Obviously, if I make this tear a 10 pip stop loss, you can see I'm only going to lose £83, which is around 1.6% of my account. Now I'm actually going to move this to a 15 pip take stop loss. Okay, so I'm just going to do that there. I'll also do it with this one here. Obviously, you're going to ask why I've not got a set take profit, and that's because I visually watch my trade. So as the trades start to go down into profit, I will start to close off half of my position, and then slowly as it hits 15 pips take profit, I will look to close off one position and then leave my other position here open to maximize my pips. If it doesn't, I move obviously that trade to, I move my stop loss to break even, so it becomes a risk-free trade. So I've got one trade that has banked me pips, and then I have another trade as well that will either go on to hit take profit or it won't. For some reason my computer decides it's going to want to update right now, so I don't know what I want to do there. Get rid of that. So yeah, overall we've had some really good results today. I'm just having a quick look on my charts. Let's look at a GPUSD. Let's flick over to the 5-minute charts. So we had a nice signal here, okay, just here again, notice how the MACD and RSI, this is almost a double arrow confirmation here. As you can see, what's interesting is you might have actually got stuck out with this wick here. That's rather frustrating when something like this happens. You know, this trade, for instance, went 6 pips. 6 pips stop loss, 6 pips take profit. I'm not sure on that trade. You might have actually got took out. Let's look at USD CAD. Let's see how well that's been doing. If I just load up my preferred settings, which is the 1. When my computer, obviously I haven't actually used my computer in about 10 days. So this is the first time I've been on my charts. Okay, so we've actually got, again, a really nice break, and retest here. We've got a nice little buy off this. Let me just have a look if we've got support line around here. No. Okay, so this is a trade that I probably would avoid. Again, my 3 entry rules, BD arrow, support and resistance, and MACD and RSI crossed over. If you actually look, notice how our support line is down here and not here. Okay, so this is a trade I would probably leave, even though if we went for something like a 15 pip stop loss, this trade went around 10 pips take profit. Again, you might take this trade if you're a risky trader. I don't. I always look for either support and resistance with my trades with the buy and short. It's my kind of 3 confirmation signals: support and resistance, BD arrow, and MACD and RSI, my 3 confirmations. Obviously, I'm using the buy and short for my entry points. I'm looking for buys or sell signals around overbought and oversold markets and at support and resistance level. And again, that explains my perfect logic with USD Chef. Okay, if I just bring it back up here and we can actually watch this, notice how we've popped. You can see my entry point here, literally at the close of this signal arrow there. Okay, again, the RSI, okay, the RSI confirmed the market. Excuse me, stochastics. I got a stochastics on here. You can see that stochastics confirmed the market was overbought. We popped a pullback signal again. Notice how the BD zones are crossing over, and I've gone for obviously a 15 pip stop loss with this. My take profit really should be the bottom of these zones here. So let's say 13 pips, 14 pips. So let's say a 1-to-1 risk reward ratio with this trade. You'll notice these trades now will start to go into profit. So what you'll see me do now over the next couple of minutes is you'll see me start to close off half of my position, and you'll see how I manage those trades. So what I'll do, everyone, is I'll pause the video and I'll come back in a couple of minutes once I get an update on these trades. So I'll pause the video and I'll be back. Hi everyone. So not really a lot is happening on USD Chef. It's kind of going in the money, out the money. It's kind of fluctuating. Let me just show you the setup on Ctrader. So you can see here, okay, I've actually loaded up gold as well. I've took a signal on gold. Let me just show you it on MT4. It's a little bit quicker. So you can see here, okay, they've actually closed below the TCA line, which is really, really good. So we are slowly coming down there. Let me just try and bring it up on USD Chef. Okay, so USD Chef, USD Chef. There we go. When it decides it's going to load, so you can see here, if I just bring this on to the 5-minute charts, period, 5 minutes. So you can see, oh, not phone's going up. So you can see here, obviously we've closed now below the 2 BD lines have started to cross over, which is really, really good. I'm still confident on USD Chef. It's kind of fluctuating at the minute. But I've also took a sell on gold. No, a buy on gold. I've actually took a quick buy on gold. I don't really like trading gold much, obviously, because of how volatile it is. You know, it can make some large moves against you and for you, and it's such a small period. period of time. So you really, especially when you're trying to scalp gold, you really got to kind of be on your kind of higher level, kind of a more experienced trader, you know, be able to handle it. Now, the reason why I took a buy on gold is you can see here how the MACD and RSI has crossed over, okay? And we've popped a signal arrow, okay? So signal arrow, MACD and RSI have crossed over, which is really, really good. But what I also like, which kind of confirmed it for me, is if we go over to the 5-minute charts, look at this rejection wick here on the 5 minutes. See this here? And if you actually draw some resistance area on this, or support area around here, okay, you can see here that we're clearly at a support line here. Look at that beautiful sell at the top there, when the MACD and RSI had crossed over. That's a beautiful sell on gold. So that's why I've took a buy on gold, okay? Now, I'm just going to watch this manually, and hopefully we do pull up in time. You can see here how we had a rally up. Let me just delete this box here again, so we can actually zoom in and actually see. So delete that there. So you can see here, okay, and if I actually flick over to Ctrader, where is it? Okay, so you can see here I'm manually watching it as we go down. In fact, I might actually just set a take profit of 100 pips. So 38 quid. Okay, there we go. Now, you notice I haven't set a stop loss. I will manually close this off. The reason I don't kind of set a stop loss or take profit on gold is, like I said, it can move very quickly either for you or against you, and the last thing you want to kind of be doing is being took out by gold for kind of no particular reason. So that's why I kind of watch it manually to see how well it does. What I tend to do is just flick on like this. If we do go any lower than this signal, then I will close it. So what I'll do, everyone, is I'll just again pause the video. I've got 3 trades open at the minute, 2 on USD Chef, which is slowly, you can see here, slowly kind of doing something, and a buy on gold. So I'll update you very, very soon on those trades. Hi everyone, so we're finally seeing some movement on my trades. I've actually, on gold, in fact, I've actually moved my stop loss. I've actually moved my take profit to 200 pips. I might just move this to 150 pips, see what happens, because it looks like all of them are going nicely in the money. So at the minute, yeah, as you can see, it did actually hit 100. Here we go. So we're sitting at around 100 pips now, and this is just how quick gold can move. So like I said, if you actually set your take profits and stop losses, they can either be filled really quick before you even get a chance to actually do anything. But you can see here we're sitting at around 100 pips, 190 pips like this. In fact, I might actually close this off early. There we go, gone. Done. Okay, so as you can see here, if I just move this off here, you can see here for just today, as you can see here, around £37 made on gold, and I've obviously got 2 positions now on USD Chef. Okay, if we just go back over to the charts, okay, you can see here how it is slowly coming down. Now what's interesting on this is it's now breaking below the BD line, which is really, really good, exactly what I wanted. And if we actually go over to, you can see here how gold's pulled up nicely. What's interesting is you notice I got into this trade late. If I actually entered on the signal candle, obviously I would have hit my 150 pips, but it's not a problem. You know, I take what you can on gold, like I say. USD Chef, again, you see here I was slowly coming down. You can almost see a break and retest. Now what's interesting is notice how we haven't popped a signal on the MetaTrader 4, but we have popped a signal on Ctrader, which, as you can see here, is a lot more better, I feel, in my opinion, for scalping. So yeah, with that said and done, we've now basically just a waiting game for these 2 trades on USD Chef to kind of come in. So again, what I'll do is I'll just pause the video, come back in maybe another 10 minutes time, and we'll see what happens with these trades. So I'll be back. Hi everyone. So I'm going to close off one of these positions right now. Okay. So one of them's done, and as you can see now, okay, I've now locked in £80 with these trades, and I've still got one running now. What I'm going to do now, okay, is I did have a take profit set of 15 pips in my head. It is slowly getting there. Now I've got to nip out, and I don't really like leaving trades running. So what I'll do in this position here, okay, is I'll just move my stop loss, okay, to around 2 pips take profit, and then I'll actually I'm going to do something like this. So as you can see here, I'm now going to modify this trade. Done. Okay, so I've already banked £80 so far, and I'm now in a risk-free trade. So I'm either going to make an additional £16.71 or another £83 on this trade here. Okay, I'm going to go out now. Obviously, that's my trading done. Very slow Monday. I'm quite, like I said, you know, not every day is big profits. Not every day is a winning day, shall I say. You know, but yeah, that is kind of some of my my trading for today. I hope you enjoyed today's video. If you do have any questions, drop me an email at thebinarydestroyer@gmail.com. Thank you for watching.